ladies and gentlemen, welcome again for another wonderful edition of the Healthy Tech Talk Show. This is day 12, August 26th. My blood sugar is sitting at 8.3, very acceptable. My blood pressure is sitting at 145, a little high because of my pain. And my pain threshold today is 7.5, but that's not the only thing we want to talk about. Yesterday, I'm sitting here, and as you know, I've told you that I can't type for more than 5 minutes without a major pain going up my arm, and if you just try to push through it, it's like pushing an elephant. You can push through it, but you're gonna pay later. So I typed for maybe 10 minutes because I wanted to get a little bit of video editing done for the show, because I can do 5 minutes of video per day. All right, that's about all I can do. A 5-minute or 7-minute video show a day, and it doesn't take a lot to do video editing. A couple of minutes, but sometimes it takes about 10 minutes worth of typing. So coming up to the 10-minute mark yesterday, and I'm sitting here in the studio, and all of a sudden, bang! Man, the pain that I got in the back of my neck was excruciating. And this is a pain that it shot through my neck, down my spine, over this part of my head, and I got so dizzy I could barely stay on my chair. I had to lay down on the floor for like an hour before I had the capacity to get up, and I'm thinking, holy smokes, that's kind of concerned me. So normally, sometimes when I come down, I don't have my cell phone on, because why? From now on, I'm gonna have to pack my cell phone around, because I was thinking, if I'm on the floor for a couple of hours during the day, my wife works maybe 5 minutes from our home, but if I can't get up, this was scary. When you feel something snap or ping in the back of your neck, and you lose all sense of balance, and it puts you down flat on your back, that's something to be concerned about. So hey, here it is. You wanted to know about chronic pain and what I'm going through on a daily basis. Sometimes it's pretty tough. There are some days that I don't get out of bed until noon or 2 o'clock because of the headaches and because of the dizziness and the vertigo. I've also learned this. I used to go for walks like 1.5 miles, and it's way too much at one time. I can no longer do that. So I'm going to have to. Some days, like 50% of the days, I don't walk. I just can't. So every other day, I've decided that if I'm going to go walk, yeah, I can walk, but I'm going to cut it down to half or thirds, because pushing myself too much, you want to get better. And I continually do this. I continually test it. And I'm thinking, okay, I'll just push a little bit more today, and it sets you back. But difficult to know where the boundaries are, where the pain boundaries are, how far you can push your body, how far you're supposed to push your body. When I get this MRI done, we'll be able to put a framework together and say, okay, look, according to professionals and according to your body, we think that maybe you should be able to do this much activity. But I got to get to a point where I'll be able to do something and not know that I'm going to make it worse. Not know that I'm going to cause damage so much that it's going to set me back on my therapy, because that's the hardest part, is finding the balance between what you think you can do, what you know you can do, and what's actually going to happen to you. Like last week, I went for a walk for 1.5 miles. That was a mistake, okay, because I get down there, half of it's going downhill, half of it's coming back. I get down, going downhill. Even going downhill hurts, but I get down to the cemetery there, touch the pole, coming back up, and I realized that was a mistake. I just called for a cab. And there's another time I didn't have my cell phone. I would have probably called my wife and said, you know what, you got to come pick me up. But it's a real strange circus of. There's a lot of weird emotions that go through your mind and your body, and it's very strange. Living with chronic pain, you know what it's like? It's like having a full-time job, getting injured, and you can't go to your full-time job anymore, but you have another full-time job. And that is trying to figure out how to get well. And believe me, I'd rather go and do another full-time job and not have the pain than to have the pain and have this full-time job dealing with all of the intricacies of injury and pain and chronic pain. And if I just move my neck, I can feel it right now. I have to be careful. If I move my neck just the wrong way, and sometimes I don't know what way that is, oh man, I'm flat on my back for, as I say, a couple of hours. So yesterday was a real wake-up call. So today's show is going to be great. We're going to be talking about emeals and Dave Ramsey, which I'm a big fan of. And I said on the main talk that he helps poor people. He helps the average American person. And let's face the facts. Average people are poor, right? North America, whether you live in Canada or the United States. Come on, if you make under a certain amount of money, you're considered fairly poor. And most of us are in that. They're shrinking middle class kind of thing. But we're going to talk about emeals. We're going to talk about Dave Ramsey. We're going to talk about how important it is to put together a structured system, a safety net, a support system for you. You really, sooner or later, you're going to have to deal with these things. So, you might think, oh, I don't need emails just yet. And emails is a great program. But trust me, when you have to fight the good fight, get out of bed every morning and deal with chronic pain, you just get so tired of it and you think, okay, if there was a way for me to plan my meals where I didn't have to think about it, where I could just print it out, go to the store, get my coupons, where somebody could just say, go do this. I like that. I'm married, so I'm used to people saying, go do this. My wife says, go do this, and I do it. So it's almost automatic. So enjoy the show after the intro, and glad to see you back. But, yesterday was like a milestone. It was kind of scary. It was a wake-up call. So for all you people out there with chronic pain, I know what you're going through, and it's not a lot of fun. So see you on the other side of this, and looking forward to talking to you about day 12, August 26th, about emails. Thanks, folks. Intro's coming right up. Take care. Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to the Healthy Tech Talk show. My name is Rick Haaland. I will be your host today. 121/67. So you saw it here, folks. Let's figure this out. In China, millions of people cannot be wrong when they practice Yang-style Tai Chi. If you're shopping around for an MRI scan, make sure that you get the highest resolution possible for the same price. When you have a neck injury and you have a pinched nerve, right, and you have vertebrae that are out all over the place, a walk, and I will use a program called Noom, Noom, for those Android geeks out there. But hey, this is not your diet, this is my diet. We're going to talk, we've got some great stuff on today's show. See you then. What would you buy, and why would you buy it? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming back after our intro. Today we want to talk about three things. I am on the emeals page, and I think this is a wonderful program. Let me explain about emeals. Let me click on how it works, and I'll give you a little thing. It says, 1, you choose the store. This is so neat. We've signed up for it. You choose the store. We provide the plan. Each week you will receive a brand new plan with a complete grocery list organized by sections. Each meal plan is as low as $5 per month. This is incredible. They have a blog. They have a newsletter. So, for example, if you have regular family meals, serve 7 dinners for 3 to 6. Regular menus for 2, serve 7 dinners for 1 to 2. You know what they did? A couple of housewives got together, and they're very, very gifted at cooking. But you know what they were finding? They were finding that they were going to their cupboards and finding the most weird exotic foods in their cupboards, and the stuff they didn't use. They'd open up the cupboards and have tons of food, but they didn't have anything to cook a meal with together, and they noticed that. So they went and they put together this plan, and I think it's great. As I say, we've signed up for it, and what it does is it suggests exactly. Say, for example, you shop at Walmart, you shop at Super Value. Well, they've got their stores in their databases, and they tell you when things are going to be on sale. So it says, number 1, choose a plan. Number 2, print and go shopping. Number 3, cook and enjoy. So it says, join now, get our favorite email, favorite recipes, back to school survival kit. You know what? If you've got chronic pain, what does this got to do with chronic pain?
we want to throw everything we can at you to make your life simpler. So the other day, we talked about nutrition and the Vitamix and stuff. That's okay, but you can't exist on every single meal with a Vitamix. It might work perfectly for you for breakfast, just great, or for soup or for a snack. But you're not going to live on Vitamix stuff every single meal for 365 days a year. So this is why emeals is so important. So we'll click on emeals about. Jane Delaney, founder of emeals, is a mother of 4 children and the wife of an associate pastor. She grew up as a third of 5 in a preacher's family. Many wonderful memories grew out of her shared experience of family dinner for Jane. She found that her life was drastically different from that of her mother, who had fed a large family meal on a small grocery budget with a weekly meal plan of her own creation. So she's created this wonderful plan. They've got great videos to explain the whole thing. And Dave Ramsey, as a matter of fact, he endorses it. And I'm a huge fan of Dave Ramsey. He helps poor people get on their feet. Google Dave Ramsey. He's excellent. So if you're struggling and want to get on a budget, Dave Ramsey's plan, I wholeheartedly endorse. Emeals, simplify your meal life. I wholeheartedly endorse that too. It gives you more, when you've got chronic pain, sometimes all you want to do is say, okay, just give me a plan. Just put me on autopilot and let me just flow through it, because I just don't have the capacity to put together a thought process for a menu. Let these people do it for you. Try it out. You can take it for a test drive. Okay, the next thing I want to talk to you about is this. If you have chronic pain and you want to write a blog, or if you want to write a book, or if you want to send somebody an email, but you just can't text, or you just can't type because typing drives you crazy, I can only type for about 5 or 10 minutes, and the pain just starts coming up the arms, and it goes to my neck. And if I push through the pain after 15, 20 minutes, I'm a complete train wreck, and I've got to step away from the computer, shake my arms out, and I'm down for a couple of hours or a day if I push through the pain, if I make it worse. Google has a program called Google Speech to Text. I will put the link of both emeals and Google Speech to Text underneath this video. It is a wonderful program where you talk and it converts it to text. Now, is it extremely accurate? No. Is it free? Yes. Try it out. That also makes your life simpler, because if you can't type, you can at least talk. You can dictate. And this program will put it into text. Now, you may have to go back, say the accuracy is 90%. You may have to go back into the document and change a few letters, but it's a lot better than typing all yourself. So, I mean, my goodness, if you want to write a book, this is the perfect platform to use to write that book, even if you've got chronic pain. You could write, if you can talk, you can write a book. How about that? That makes your life simpler, doesn't it? The third thing I want to talk to you about today is this. When I see my pain management specialist, she said, it's really important to bring a special place inside. A couple of podcasts ago, we talked about creating that special place in the home. If you've got an opportunity, if you've got some kind of a covered deck outside that you can put some plants around and a zero-gravity chair, those camping chairs that you lay almost flat out, those are fantastic. If you've got one of those and you can set up some plants, see if you can take it outside, because she said she has a real interest in gardening for chronic health. I forget what she said about it, what she called it. I'll refer to my notes in previous or in next shows. But she's really interested in cultivating your own vegetables and then taking care of them and eating them and putting the nutrition in your body for chronic pain sufferers. It's a fascinating idea, and I will actually do an entire podcast on that very subject. It's a big thing. It's called urban gardening. So today, let's remember, emeals, check them out. I'll put the link on. Google Speech to Text, check them out. I'll put the link on there as well, and play with it. And you know what? I found it is fantastic. I stand in front of my computer with a microphone and I say, open Word document. Boom, it opens. It's just wonderful. And then I start to speak, and it really does convert speech to text, and it's free. Dragon Naturally Speaking costs quite a bit of money, but try this Google Speech to Text out first. But I'm really excited about the email, so let me know your opinion by giving us an email at healthytechtalk@gmail.com. Wanted to make this short tonight, folks, because I'm in a lot of pain. I got to go ice my neck again. So talk to you later. In a couple of days, the results of the MRI will be back, and we'll talk about that. Okay? Take care. Bye-bye.